Yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of the Rose Pill. Joining me tonight is Miss London. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, crap. Sorry, I just have... Sorry, I've just got loads of windows kind of popped up.
Bombarded by windows.
So all of a sudden there was loads of sounds coming through. I got really, really confused. I am ridiculously professional.
Oh my god, so bad. So panic attack.
Also, we have Maya, who is joining. She's having internet issues and other technical issues, so she's going to kind of join in as and when she can. I'm just going to wait for her to appear on the bottom, and then when she does, she'll hopefully be added into the stream, and we can actually see her and stuff. So this is kind of like a celebratory stream in a way, because I've been meaning to do a 10k subscriber special stream for a while, and that was quite a while ago now. Yeah. So I got a little bottle of Prosecco because I got work tomorrow morning, really early tomorrow morning, and I've had a very busy day. I've been editing and reshooting film all evening, and I am absolutely shattered. So I'm going to open the Prosecco because I am actually ridiculously thirsty.
Oh my gosh! And to celebrate your 10k, I have my tea. So.
How old do you have to be to drink in your state? Is it 21?
Yeah, it's 21 over here.
Ah, damn it!
I know we can working together and having like a good time.
That is honestly one of the few things that I genuinely am glad that I grew up in the UK with over America. I find the idea of drinking when you're 21, when you can do so much more stuff. You can join the army and you can shoot porno and stuff like that, but you can't drink until you're 21.
But you can drink and you can get cigarettes. But you know.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh my god, you look so professional. It's so amazing.
I want it to be a thing on these streams now where I have some sort of champagne or something to kind of make myself look a lot more classy than I actually am.
Yeah, I mean, you already are classy. Sorry, I didn't mean to agree with that. I'm
yeah, I am pretty trashy. I do look quite trashy at the moment. I don't actually know how many trans women watch my stuff, to be quite honest. So I don't know how many people deal with hot flushes as much as I do, but that's kind of why I look a little bit jaggy today.
Oh my god. I haven't had hot flashes in I think years. There was a time where my estrogen dose was low and I needed, something in me, and maybe I kind of got a little bit more hot, but I don't know. Not for
I think I need to increase mine by quite a bit, but at the moment in the UK we have a shortage of estrogen tablets, which is brilliant, especially because the way in which your prescriptions from the NHS work is that they only can give you a small handful each time, and it can be a real drag if you're trying to change the dosage amount. So you have to arrange appointments. Oh, and Maya looks like she's... Oh, so Maya is trying to join. It just says her devices aren't connected. I can just see her at the bottom.
Dang. Come on, Maya. You got this.
I know. I feel really sorry for her because Maya is just really small. And
yes, I met her at Vidcon and she's...
Oh, did you? She looks adorable.
Oh my god, yeah. No, she's really adorable. I met her at Vidcon and she's it's really cute. I'm really fucking jealous. She has she's gorgeous, she's short, and I'm that's everything I want to be.
Yeah. Whereas I'm neither of those things.
Oh my god, you are gorgeous.
I'm not saying that as a way of fishing for compliments, I swear. I think it's just one of those things that all trans women generally look at themselves in such a critical eye.
Absolutely.
Probably the same level as, oh, Maya is actually on camera now.
I'm sorry, I missed the thing that said that I could that was asking me to something, so I thought it was.
Oh, that's fine. Well, your
Sorry.
sound. No, it's fine.
Hopefully my internet works.
Your sound was starting to sound a little bit better. So hopefully, things work. So, do you just want to introduce yourself to the audience in case they don't know who you are?
I disconnected everything else.
Yeah, she's having really big delay.
Yeah, like I don't know how I can really help. Yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm Maya.
Hi.
I make YouTube videos, I guess.
No, so we were just talking about we were actually just about to start talking about Vidcon, really, because I was going to ask, like, when did you guys go to Vidcon?
Oh my God, when was it?
Oh,
sorry, anybody, I wasn't laughing at how you said hi. It's just the way you say things, like, oh my God, I love it.
I try and be sarcastic when I can.
Oh my God, it's so amazing.
So VidCon.
VidCon. You should come, by the way. Like, it's okay. As much as it doesn't support us, who gives a shit? It's really fun. Like, you should go, and we should like meet up or something.
Like, I do want to go to VidCon. Whether it's like VidCon or Minds or something like that. Because in the UK we don't really have these events. Like, we have some quite big YouTubers over here. Like, especially in the skeptic community no longer really exists. But you know the kind of sphere that I'm talking about.
Yeah, like y'all have I Am Alex.
Yeah. Well, we have, and we have, obviously like Sargon, Dank, a couple of others. So like you'd think that we would have events like that, but we don't. And so it just seems to be like the huge YouTubers are the one over here are the ones who get to go to places like VidCon and Minds and stuff. And I really want to do one. Like, I'm not sure about VidCon because I don't know who goes there anymore. I mean, obviously you go there because you just said. Like, who else goes there?
It's just so many like different groups, and actually this year there was a lot of my favorite YouTubers there, and sadly I didn't go this year. I went last year. But like honestly, I just see so much, like, TikTok.
Yes,
there's like now TikTokers going to VidCon and kinds of other people. But yeah, you guys don't really have that many events, and I'm guessing it's because like there'd be a freedom of speech problem.
Oh, there would be. Like, that. Well, I mean, Sargon and Dank try and do events in London every now and then. It'll just be them two. And I think every single time they've done it, they've had to change the venue last minute.
That's horrible. Aww.
Yeah, like, because Antifa get wound up. They will bombard whatever is presenting the with the event. They'll just constantly they'll slander them. They will make all sorts of baseless accusations, and eventually the venues will always pull out. And so they keep it secret until like the night before now, so that doesn't happen, to try and stop from being screwed around. But I would love to do something like VidCon, love to do something like Minds. Like, actually kind of go out to America, because I haven't been to America since like 2007.
Yeah.
I think like the last time I was there was Florida, and I didn't even do Disney.
See, I feel like VidCon would be so much better if it went on the East Coast where like Florida is, and like where DC and New York is. Like something like that, I feel like would be so much better. Like, I don't know. I hate the fact that it's all the way in LA and it's so expensive to go to LA. And like,
oh God, like I've looked at it, and like the hotel prices are insane.
They really are.
Even for, and like I've done quite a lot of traveling, so I'm used to paying quite a bit for like hotels or flights or whatever. I'm used to that. But LA is something else. Like I think it was like the cheapest I could find, like in a reasonable hotel for a week, was around £1,000. So you're talking like close to $1,500.
It's crazy.
It's not worth it.
And especially like where it is, like in Anaheim, it's close to like Disneyland. I think it's Disneyland.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I cannot like I couldn't even fathom when I looked at like the hotel prices. Like the flight prices were something, but the hotel prices, I was like, what the hell? But you know what's actually kind of a win over there? Airbnbs. They're actually not that bad.
Let me. Maya is here again. Let me see if Maya can you hear us?
Yes. This last.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just on my phone, so I guess you won't see my face.
Okay, so you might actually get a better. Well, that'll be okay. I mean, hopefully we'll get better sound then. So you can hear us just fine.
I mean, yeah, but I don't have my mic, so better sound. Well, I guess sound period. So.
Yeah, I mean, we could hear you, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. So I did get a super chat. Dan Floyd, $2. I'm broke, but this is worth it. Thanks both so much. Oh, thank you. Yeah, last time I did the live stream, I actually forgot to read out super chats, and it was kind of embarrassing actually. So I won't make that mistake in the future. But anyway, what the thing which I really wanted to talk about is, so we have all three of us, I think in the last year, we've all had some major trans-related surgeries. So I had woman face done. So I had my hairline lowered, brows lifted, and cheek implants there and there. That cost quite a lot of money. London had her boobs done. So and Maya had SRS. Isn't that right, Maya?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I thought what we could do is, this might be quite helpful to get a better understanding as to why we go through these procedures, and the difficulties or the good things about them. So London, I wonder if you might be able to start us off by kind of talking about your boobs.
Yeah. So let's see. Where do I start off? Okay. Well, when I was a little boy, I had an abnormal amount of fat on my chest, and I wasn't overweight. So that's such a weird way to state I know.
I know exactly what you mean. It has a name. It's like glauca something.
It does start with that. Yeah. I totally forget the name though, but basically
glaucochycemia something.
It's along those lines. I don't know, but I went to the doctor about it, and it's like, oh, that's just an abnormal amount of fat on your chest. It's not. I didn't have tits or anything, but when when my friends would call me tits for fun, and they would feel them, and they would be like, oh my god, I have something to cup, and that always made me feel good. So
yeah.
Not them grabbing my tits, obviously, but just sorry, that came out so wrong. But okay, when they would call me tits, and they'd say, oh my god, birth name has tits, London has tits, I would be like, yes, I do. So I don't know. Ever since then, I was like, okay, something's really, really off. Something's off. Why do I like this? What the hell is wrong? No boy should actually like that. And then, what happened after that? Well, then I got on hormones, and then I started to develop boobs, but obviously they didn't grow big enough to the liking that I would prefer.
If you don't mind me asking, how big did they grow to just with hormones?
Oh my god, my tits were fucking lopsided.
Really?
Only one tit happened to get there.
Oh Christ.
It was so awful because before my breast augmentation, they were taking pictures of a before and after, and I looked at my before, and bitch, they were ugly. They were so damn ugly. It was just, one was just there, and then the other was there.
Oh, bloody hell.
It was I had one tit, girl. I had one tit.
I always count myself lucky with my hormones, because I have, I'm sorry if this is too much information for people, but we're talking about surgeries and trans women's bodies and shit. But my breasts are about 36D, and that's on hormones.
A D?
Yeah. A D, yeah.
Jesus titty fucking Christ. What? Oh my god.
No, seriously. I have been looking at getting boobs done in the future, mainly because my shoulders are quite broad. So I feel like if I had a bit more there, it would be a nicer shape overall. But I am lucky. Like I'll openly admit that I'm lucky based on the fact of what I have.
I mean, what would you like? I don't know. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but like, what, like, if you're already a D, would you just like kind of want to get a little bit more lift out of a breast augmentation?
Yeah, that's basically it. Like it wouldn't be a lot. Like it wouldn't be going huge or anything like that. It would just be maybe a bit better shape.
Mm-hmm.
But like I can't complain. I really can't complain all that much.
That's a blessing.
I'm really hoping that after the surgery, mine will get bigger, I guess. Because apparently, even having just a little bit of testosterone still in your system can like really screw with that stuff. So that's kind of why I'm holding off, because I really have a fear of surgery. But I haven't completely ruled out.
So you had your SRS done in Thailand, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like how was that? Like how much did all that cost?
Cost like 15 grand, I guess, all told, like counting everything.
That is genuinely not too bad.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's not bad. But it's also half my college fund, so could be worse though. But
well, this was about 15 grand. Well, this is like £15,000, so this would be probably it'd be above 20k for you guys.
Yeah.
But mine was done by one of the best surgeons for this kind of thing in the UK, probably the best. I've actually forgotten what his name is at the moment. I wanted to say his name, which is really fucking annoying. But it was a guy who does trans stuff, and he's been on TV, and like some of the trans celebrities in the UK have had work done by him.
It's amazing.
Congrats.
So I've had SRS as well. So I've had pretty much everything done that needs to be done. And I don't know how weird this is going to sound, especially like because you two, like both of you, don't look like you would need any kind of FFS done. I mean, from my own personal experience, though, I'm sure that you would probably disagree because trans and we always overpick our bodies. But what I would say is like the kind of the impact of the quality of life that the FFS has given me, as a weird way, I would probably say it's noticeably more than what the SRS gave me. And I think the reason for that is because you see your face every single day. Mm-hmm. So whereas like I don't really like only weirdos sit around looking at their genitals. So it's like, whilst it certainly allows you to go swimming, I mean, that was a big thing for me, like actually going swimming or being able to wear tight pants, like that kind of thing. Like, I would say quality of life, like the face stuff is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing, like, you know, people notice about you. Like, the first thing they notice isn't like going to be your like genitalia. It's going to be,
of course,
the face. And so I don't know, like I haven't had FFS yet. I want FFS, but I know that it would definitely change my outlook on life as well, and it would change probably a lot in me. But I can't imagine how good it felt to like actually be recognized as like, you know, and not be afraid to go out or anything.
So I remember like the first week recovery was hell. Like I would say that was worse than the SRS. Like SRS, for those who don't know, sex reassignment surgery, gender reassignment surgery, DEMS things.
Yeah, Ella got mad at me for saying that as well. But
really,
it's like FFS, because FFS, I mean SRS is just soft tissue, so it's not like, even though it seems like this drastic thing, it's not like they're actually doing anything to like bone. At least that's my theory as to why.
So I didn't get anything done bone, because what they did though is they kind of they cut a load of skin off there and pulled it and then kind of sewed it all up. And then they did these big incisions in my mouth and then they put in these implants. And so for me, like someone in the chat's just said FFS is bone work. No, not necessarily.
I know it can be. Like they could do something.
It can be. Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be, you know?
Yeah. So it can be bone work. I didn't get any done because I didn't need any done. Mm-hmm. But what I found frustrating about it is the incisions in the mouth meant I couldn't eat solid food. So I had to live off soup for 10 days. And
I had to go a week. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
That's all right.
I had to go a week without eating with my surgery.
Really?
It's like eventually you just get used to it. So it's like, in 3 days maybe I can eat a thing, and it was just, it's weird. It's not as hard as it sounds, but it's a thing because I had to fast for a few days before the surgery, and then after the surgery I couldn't eat anything. I could barely even drink. The first time I actually had water, I thought they'd given me some type of like medical chemical by accident because it tasted so weird. And this was like 7 hours after the surgery or something. And I got this just from this little sip. I got this like really bad fever, and I got really nauseous, and it was really bad. So yeah, I really couldn't eat anything.
I remember when I woke up, because I'm allergic to morphine, and I had like they kept on giving me like a cup of tea, and I just couldn't drink it. I would throw it up within like a minute after drinking it. And the thing that really got me to stop throwing up is that they told me if I don't stop being sick, I have to stay over in the hospital. And because it's a private hospital, I would have to hold on a second. Can I add somebody as a mod? No, because there's a few people. How the hell do I add mods? There we go. Add mod. There you go. And put that user in timeout. There we go. Sorry about that. So, what was I saying? So the reason why I kind of got out of the hospital was because they gave me, like, they basically said, because it's a private hospital, if you can't go home, you have to stay overnight. And if you stay overnight, we have to hire a doctor to look after you, and we have to run the hospital. So that would have cost me several £1,000s.
Gosh.
So were you out then, like the next day after your surgery?
For my FFS, it was the same day. The gender reassignment surgery, that was like I was in hospital for 7 days. Oh God, that was fun. There was this. So like the weirdest thing about all of this was there was one of those weird. I don't know whether you know like the late transitioners. Mm-hmm. Like the really strange ones. Like there was one in there who I remember came up to me whilst I was waiting to have my operation and started being like said that she was a part of this group called the Trans Panthers. And so she kept on saying to me like, oh, you have heard of me. You will know who I am. And I'm like, I've no fucking idea who you are, you weird bint. And she started making a point of like, I'm not going to give you the Wi-Fi password. You have to walk after your surgery and find it. And then I was like, shut the fuck up. So I got someone to get it for me. And like, she was really fucking disturbing. Right. So I remember when she started dilating and she was making like sex sounds.
What?
Yeah, like apparently this was the
I'm shocked.
Yeah, so like she was making and she was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I can't like this is like the most amazing feeling I've ever had. And all she was doing was dilating. Like it was so creepy. And she was doing that while there was another woman in there who had her had her surgery done around the same time as me, and her mum and her fiance were in the room. And so you just had this like 45-year-old truck driver giggling about
like I know
Dilate.
that this is perhaps not a very good thing to say, but is that a person who should necessarily be transitioning, or might there be something else?
Oh, she
going?
shouldn't have transitioned. Like, she was weird as hell. Like,
I feel pretty lucky that I was completely alone. Like during, like I was just moved into this little recovery room that was really, really nice, and there was Apple TV.
Aww.
And the walls were like paneled with like wood, and it was really nice. And also the only other trans person I saw there was like my age, and it'd be nice.
That's what you want. That's what you want. If you want someone in there that you can relate to, like someone that you can actually sit down and have a chat with. Whereas I had a brony in there. I had that weirdo. I can't remember what her name was now. Paula. That's it. Paula.
So maybe...
See, you could tell that pre-transition she was Paul quite easily. Like, it was such a low effort thing. And she's talking about how as soon as she gets out of hospital, she's going straight to the pub for a pint. And I'm just like, absolute bloke. Absolute bloke.
Maybe it's a good thing that I don't have my camera, because maybe you would have made fun of me for my pony plushies.
No, like, you're not... I don't think that you're particularly cringy.
No.
Like,
well, I mean, I'm just cringy in general, not specifically with that.
Oh, but you're cute. You're small. Like, London said you're really small in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same height as June. So I guess that makes me small. I'm actually like average height. It's just everybody calls me small. Like, even the people who've met me in like person, I think it's just because I'm really shy. But
I'm also a skyscraper, so like, you know.
To be fair, I'm 5'10", I think.
I'm 5'4".
Like, not huge. No, that is small.
Well, it's
really small.
Okay.
I think like average in the UK or something like that. Like, what's the average over there? For women, I guess.
I don't know. I'd probably say about 5'6", maybe.
That's what
average in the US is 5'4".
Oh, is it? Oh. Okay, fine. Your average height. You're no longer small. I hope you're happy.
I kind of want to be small, though. I don't know why I contradict on that.
So, like, you were at Mines over the weekend, weren't you?
Yeah. I had to babysit Count Dankula when he was really drunk. He tried to spoon me.
I think, yeah, anyone who has met Marcus has had to have that role.
Who's that?
Dankula.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
so he can get quite drunk.
He did say he'll shout out my channel, though, which is good.
He said
in exchange for doing that. He said he'll shout out my channel in exchange for me doing that, because he has 30 times my subscriber count, is what he said. That's actually very, very charitable of him, because I looked at his sub count, and it's actually 200 times mine. But
it's, yeah, like I mean, he will do. He will do. Don't feel bad if he forgets, because he's quite a forgetful guy. Like, I remember I tried to...
Without following my new Twitter account, and I thought he just didn't want to for some reason, and so I was like, why don't you want to follow my new Twitter account? He's like, I am following you. No.
No,
he seems sweet. I think his wife follows me.
He is absolutely adorable. He is one of the nicest. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like, he is so...
It's insane
lovely.
how much... It's insane how, like, hated he is. It's like nobody... Yeah. It's, I I think I said this at the after party when we were looking at these depressing people who are outside protesting. Actually, no, this was later. But it's like, clearly these people aren't lazy because they've actually bothered to come out here and try to ruin people's day. But they're like intellectually lazy. Like, you could do 2 minutes of fucking research and realize that these people aren't what you think they are.
Yeah.
Or never mind that, you could come in, like, we actually, I'm pretty sure, invited them into the after party, like, hey, do you want to sit down and like talk? And they said no. It's like they refuse to even be allowed to see that people aren't what they're made out to be.
Yeah, well, that I've got like friends who are quite far left. I remember when I took a photo when I first met Marcus in November, and so I had a photo of myself where, you know, his communist hat.
Oh God.
Yeah. So like he stuck that. Yeah, he stuck that on me, and so I took a photo of me and him, and I put it on my Facebook. And all of a sudden, I was bombarded with messages just saying, "Oh, he's a racist. He's a fascist. Why are you hanging out with a fascist?" And I'm like, he's not. He's genuinely lovely guy. Like, none of these people ever bother to learn what he actually likes, what he talks about. They just want to call him everything under the sun and just justify whatever abuse they can give him. And like, and for me, because, you know, like, met him quite a few times now. He's just genuinely one of the loveliest people ever. Like, he's a teddy bear. It's just, and it's horrible when some people actually try and destroy his life.
Yeah, and largely even succeeded. I mean, like, he can't get a job.
Yeah.
He faced years of prosecution. I mean, also what Sue's gone through.
Absolutely.
It's awful.
Yeah. Like, it is really, really bad. And yeah, I think that he is incredibly cute. Sorry, I've just noticed they got a super chat for €10 from the Leviathan. Keep up the good work, Rose. I really enjoy what you're doing. Thank you. I'm really glad that people are enjoying my stuff. Like, I know my channel is still quite small, I suppose, in comparison to in comparison to a lot of other YouTubers, but like, over the last month, I've kind of gone from like 3,000 to now over 17,000.
That's
and like,
Congrats.
For me, that's ridiculous, because that's like a load of people paying attention to what I do, and I'm like, why?
Being at 3,000 is ridiculous to me, because I went from like 1,600. My channel had plateaued at like 1,600 for like the past year, like since VidCon. It's pretty in that. And it just doubled like in like a few days from the Yaniv shit. Which I guess is what happened to you as well.
So like mine kind of blew up for so it was a combination of two things. So it was Yaniv. For me, that was like, it was kind of, a lot of it is because I was the only person, one of the very few people that was actually covering Yaniv before it all blew up. Like, I did a big video on him, things like back in April. And like, the thing is, that didn't actually get that many views until the last month. I think it's because people were searching for him, and it's just like, oh shit. Like, all of a sudden I'm now a thing. But then also, I have got a lot of shout outs from Blair. Like, I gotta admit, she's really, really helped me. Which, considering the size of a channel as well, like, she didn't have to do that. So I owe a lot to her as well.
true.
Yeah, I've got I think the thing that got me to 1,600 was just streaming with like Marcus and stuff with Count Dankula. And then, but the thing is that all of my videos from back then aren't even up anymore because I hate them all now.
Oh, wait, what were they?
I was just really camera shy, and so I might make a playlist with them. I might just make them unlisted and just have a playlist for people who want to see them, but like, I don't want to pollute my channel with them.
To be fair, I have videos that I did over 6 years ago on my channel. They're not public because I did have a channel before I started Rose of Dawn, which I think a lot of people could probably tell if they have a look at the URL. But they are fucking embarrassing. Like, they're really, really bad. Like, I will only release them if I reach 100K.
Bet we're gonna get you there.
That's it. So if you want to see, like, I take the piss out of cringe a lot on my channel. If you want to see me as cringe, I mean, maybe they're not that bad, but it's just like, it was at an awkward time in my transition, and I was still working on my voice, so my voice was a lot more high pitched.
No.
And it sounds weird. It sounds really fucking weird. Like, I don't sound human in it, and I'm kind of like, why didn't anyone tell me?
I get that.
I hate my voice so much. I just, I wish I could sing. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But like, I'm always like trying to judge how I sound. I'm like,
yeah, like I think personally, I think that your voice sounds fine. Like, but having said that, I'm told that my voice sounds fine, and I don't think my voice sounds fine.
Both of you are great. Like, both of you. Holy hell.
I got another super chat. Turfy McTurfface. Get yourself a pizza, £20. Oh, thank you. I will. Or maybe a bottle of champagne for the next stream. Yeah, I want to make it a thing where, like, in all my streams, I have like some sort of fancy alcoholic drink.
It's going to become a trend with you.
But that's it. Like, I need to have a USP for all this stuff, and like everyone has their little thing. And so for me, because I'm allowed to drink, unlike you guys, I can do that. Actually, that's probably Maya. How old are you, Maya? Oh,
I'm 21.
Yeah. Okay,
so I'm. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am actually. I just realized that how old I am compared to you guys.
Am I the baby again?
You are, yeah.
Oh, young.
It makes me feel like a grandma. Like,
we'll be the wine grandma.
I kind of had this weird image of me being kind of like, because like there's so many of like the trans YouTubers now, they're all really, really young. And like, I don't think any of them are really older than like 25, maybe.
That is true.
Like, I'm not sure. How old is Ella?
Ella's
is she, what?
By only a little bit though. She's in June. Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. I forgot her birthday. June 5th, I think.
June 17th.
Oh shit, I'm totally off.
I don't even remember my own family's birthday, and somehow I remembered that. I don't understand. But I do.
Oh my gosh, I'm just bad with dates. Hell, I forgot my birthday this year. Holy hell.
How?
I literally don't know. I've been moving for like the past months now, and I just totally forgot.
Oh right. Didn't one of the houses you were trying to move into like burn down right as you were trying?
Yeah. We are moving into a new house. Like, I know this is so off topic, but we are moving into like a new house. It was like a dream house of my parents and everything. And I was like so hyped. And then one day it burnt down and nobody found out why ever. So, oh my God. It was really tragic and sad.
Have you made any videos about the Clintons around that time or?
Possibly. I might have added them a couple times, but like, no, I mean, gosh, yeah, mysterious circumstances, but right now we're moving into a rental. And so thank you to the Clintons for this opportunity.
Fucking hell.
I love that. But yeah, I'm horrible with dates. But yeah, all these trans YouTubers are like so fucking young. And like, I get that I'm still like, I guess a teenager, but like, gosh, we're fucking babies and we think we know it all.
You're actually quite mature. That's why I'm always a bit surprised when you say, like, I find out, like, well, I remember, like, how young you are. Mm-hmm. It's the same with, like, all of you guys. And then I'm here, like, 30 years old. And I'm, like, I keep on having this weird image of, like, you know, I still think I'm really, really young. But now I kind of realize I'm becoming, like, the mum. Like, if there was, like, you know, if you were to kind of categorize all the different trans YouTubers, I'd probably just be like, yeah, Rose is the mum. And I'm like that's cool, I guess.
I mean, what's that? Dirty 30 or something like that.
That
could be.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, thing is, I want to still be kind of like a fun person. But
You are. You really are fun though. Like, holy hell.
Oh Christ! I did that stream with Mars and Smartass. I was absolutely wrecked. Like I can't drink as much in this one because I have work like first thing tomorrow morning, which is just really annoying. And also I'm having incredibly bad hot flushes because I always do in the summer, and it's really fucking annoying.
Yeah, I'm not even like, I'm not stable. I don't know why I said that. I'm just not.
You're just not stable.
No, we're just not there right now, but it's okay. Like, yeah, so don't worry about it. Like, shit. What was I gonna say? Oh. I wanted to like, I talked about this with you before we started a live stream, but like I always found like the UK health insurance and health like crisis in general like really in a gray area for me, because like I'm only familiar with like what they do in the US and what they do here when it comes to like hormones and trans surgeries and shit like that. But like it's a fucking mess over there. And like, I always hear how much it's a mess, and how either there's a lot of trans people that like really, really promote the NHS and everything. And then there's some that like do not promote it at all.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm just wondering like what your take is on it, and like what you think of it in general.
Oh no, that's great. So one of the things you'll always hear in the UK is that like the NHS is something that is like sacred. Like you don't criticize it. It's, you know, it's a perfect institution. And the truth is, everyone knows deep down it's not, because to run a system like that, it requires so much funding that to run it well, it requires so much funding that even now when record levels of payment are going in, it's still nowhere near as good as it really ought to be. And especially with trans healthcare, that's when things really fall down. It wasn't too bad like 10 years ago when I first started going through the system. So there were waiting times of around 6 months to see the like a gender clinic, which is ridiculous. And it felt ridiculous at the time. But that was still manageable. Now you are talking years.
Yeah,
and that is just to see your first appointment.
This is my biggest reservation about universal healthcare, is that I would be dead if I had to rely on that. Like, not even any kind of exaggeration. I know for a fact that I would not be alive if I had to, if that was what I had to do. And obviously you can fund it privately, so it's...
Yeah.
But, like, that's...
The problem with... the problem with private...
universal.
The problem with private over here is it's very much seen as a luxury product. So it commands luxury prices. So, like, you're looking at paying ridiculous amounts to go see these things, and part of me does wonder, like, whether the NHS, as it is really fit for use. So these are things that I never thought I would say years ago. Like, I always think that, it's perfect. At least it's not like the American system. And like, yeah, the American system isn't perfect. Like, far from it. But what I would like to see in a healthcare system is something in which, like, if you're able to pay for it, you can do. And like, for example, if it's something which is incredibly life-threatening, maybe you can get that on the surface. If it's something where you're just going in for a checkup, then you have to pay. Like, those kinds of things. Yeah. Like, there's a lot that you can do, but I don't want to get too deep into a real NHS bashing thing. Like, if anyone really wants to see NHS bashing, go subscribe to The Academic Agent. I'm sure he would really, you might appreciate what he has to say on that. But when it comes to trans healthcare, one of the things that I always advise people is, especially when it comes to hormones, go private. Because you're talking a couple of £100, which, okay, that's quite a bit of money. But the trade-off is that you're not waiting years for your appointment. Like, if I was transitioning now, I was told it's going to be about 2 years for me to get seen to get hormones, there is no way I would be able to sit through that. Not a chance.
No, there's like, I don't think they fathom that, like, and I think they do actually fathom it a little bit, but like what a lot of people don't understand, I feel, and what a lot of people just goes over their heads, that these are like people's lives. These are like, it seems like, oh, it's so dramatic. Like, this is your life. Like, you're willing to end your life just because you can't see a doctor. It's like, it's so much more than that. Like, these are people who need to transition. And I feel like the NHS just took on so much and more that they could handle and more that they could like, that I don't know. I feel like, especially with after trans things, it got really out of hand, and little did they know that there's so many trans people now. So
yeah, it doesn't help that a lot of the British system at the moment is full of NBs. Because you're seeing a lot of people who aren't really trans, but they think, even though the same people who say you don't need gender dysphoria to be trans, they will still jump into the system because they'll see it as some sort of badge of honor. So they might go have an appointment, see someone, just be like, yeah, I'm trans, and then walk away. Like, they might take hormones for a week and then they'll give up because it was too much for them. And you see this all the time. But these are the people who are really clogging up the system. They don't need to be there. By their own admission, they don't need it. But they're taking up slots that other people could have. And then you get the ones who use websites like GoFundMe to pay for a private appointment. And whilst they're getting that private appointment, they'll still keep their NHS appointments. So they have no need for these appointments in the NHS. They know what the waiting time is. That's why they begged online to skip the queue. But they still keep them. Like,
yeah.
And so a lot of this, sorry, I'm completely out of shot here. A lot of this is them just taking up so much space that really they don't need. And they're the ones who are telling everyone, like, the NHS is perfect. Going private is absolutely immoral. Don't go private. There's no way of justifying it. But then they make it so the only way you can reasonably get trans healthcare is to actually go private. Like, and I did it all lucky. When I had my SRS done, I had a surgeon by the name of James Bellringer, who is now strictly private. And he is, he was one of the better ones. Now, the guy who does it, he did some follow-up work for me. The guy's a prick. Like, really, oh God, he's an arsehole. Like, has no bedside manner at all. Has horrible chapped hands. Like, which make me feel really funny when they're touching down there. Like, the system as it is, I would say, is not fit for purpose. And I would really push any trans people in the UK to go private. Yeah, at least for hormones. When it comes to surgery, that is incredibly expensive if you go private, but if you're able to, that's great. But I'm aware that we're talking upwards of £30,000 to get that done in the UK. That is a lot of money, especially when you can get it done on the NHS. So I don't blame people for using the NHS option there because, yeah, 30k, especially places like me, where I live in London, so rent is ridiculously expensive. It's very hard to save that kind of money.
Yeah, no, that's...
So I get those kinds of things. And really, one of the pushes would be, like for me, would be get things done on, like, things moved over to private healthcare insurance. Like, I want to see trans healthcare on, like, I've got private health insurance. And I would like to see that cover trans stuff.
I don't really know. You said it was like hundreds. Is that per month for HRT? Because here it's like $30 a month. Is what I.
Oh no! That's for the appointment.
That's
just the appointment.
HRT, the good thing about it is it really isn't that expensive. It's like, it's not crazy.
Yeah, I pay like $10. I just wanted to put that out there.
I have this this kind of like card that allows me to get like, and it's one of the few good things on the NHS. Like you pay prepayment card, then that covers all of your like medication, like for a year. So you pay like 130 quid for a year, and then that's all your meds. Like that kind of thing is quite good. So that is really helpful.
I'm going to try to join on my computer again, so wish me luck, but I want to be able to show my face.
Yeah, that's no problem. I think everyone would like to see you. Plus, I am really, really looking like a little bit like a mess at the moment. Like honestly, my flush is going really, really badly right now. Like it's been triggering nonstop all evening. Like it's God, it's hell.
Here, I'll exit out and I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, no worries. So we kind of gone off topic a little bit. Like
it's okay. Like it's totally fine. I love like talking about this.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, that sounds like a hellhole, honestly. And I hope you guys fix it. I don't know necessarily like how it works. Like if more people went to private, would surgeries like that be cheaper, or would they still like be the same?
They're probably lower in price because there will be more demand for it, but there will be more people offering it as well.
That's why. That's why I agree with you, really.
So the market will make there be a way for people for that to be done. If they price it so high, like say if the NHS is completely gone and we had to pay the same prices now, like or same prices with the NHS gone, then without them, what we would pay now. Does that sentence make any sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay, so that sentence. Basically, what I'm saying is the price will lower for this kind of thing if the NHS is gone. It would have to, because otherwise no one would be able to afford healthcare treatment.
Exactly.
And none of these people would have jobs. So there's that someone will make it affordable. Like there is always a way. The market will always provide. And that's what I think will happen if the NHS were to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I'm not necessarily, so far at least, and keep in mind I'm not from the UK. I lived there for like a bit, but I wasn't like ever a citizen of the UK. I'm not affected by it. But like so far I think my opinion is so far like along the lines of like, I don't think the NHS should necessarily. Hi Maya.
Maya is on screen.
Oh my God, I look like a gutter whore compared to you. What the hell?
Aww.
I look like such a fucking trailer park hooker right now. What the hell?
Honestly, like you look. I'm the one that looks like a mess.
No, you don't.
Someone in the chat said that I look like I'm dying from heat. Like, what was it? What have they said? Rose looks like she's dying of heat. Like, I mean, that is technically true. I'm not gonna lie. I am genuinely. And also
like my fireplace. Oh, it's not there.
Also, to be fair, I'm still recovering from flu. So that let's put that out there. I had very bad illness.
We're just gonna have to start making up excuses
as to why we all look rough. And then you have Maya, who's been doing her makeup for the last 50 minutes, so she looks perfect.
If I worn makeup before this, I would have beat my fucking face. But oh my God. Sorry, the second Maya comes, it's like chaos.
Aww.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Oh my God, she's so cute.
No, she's beautiful.
She's adorable.
No.
Like I need to get better at doing my eyes. Like I'm actually really jealous of your eyes.
That's the only thing that I can do. I can't paint nails. I can't do hair. I just barely learned to try to do my eyebrows.
They look good.
Thanks.
They look really nice. Like my eyebrows.
Do eyeshadow. This is literally one shade of eyeshadow and then like another shade underneath, and that's it.
My eyebrows are still messed up because I went cheap.
They look good though. They're like
they're not. They're actually quite badly misaligned.
I mean, okay.
I never had them done. So mine are probably, I don't know how bad that looks. It's probably pretty bad. I was planning on, I think there's like no arch in this one. I don't know, but it's a work in progress. Because I was planning to do that after my surgery because I knew that I wouldn't have plucked them at all anyway. So it's like, it's probably a good time. But after I got my surgery, all I wanted to do was just be in bed because
I don't blame you.
Just now able to like sort of function like a normal human, but it's been pretty rough.
That is mad. It's like, when did you get it done?
Me?
The surgery?
Maya.
What?
Sorry, I was like, me? It's like, we're so dysfunctional. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
Now, Maya, when did you have your surgery?
Oh, April 11th.
Ah, okay. So like, you're coming up close to the 5-month mark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when I had mine done, I remember I had a week in the hospital. I told you about with Paula. Did I mention the cockroach?
A what?
Oh, there was a cockroach in the hospital, NHS hospital. And so this is my last night in the hospital. And
I'm not sure I've ever seen a cockroach in real life, and I'm very.
I've only seen 2. One was in a grotty pub. The other one was in an NHS hospital. And so
I have been to New York. I have seen cockroaches the size of my fucking head.
You would expect it in New York.
Yes, you very much
wouldn't expect it in a hospital. Like,
no.
I went into the shower and switched on the light. There was a massive cockroach. And then I was just kind of like, I looked at it. I was just like, the fuck is this? As soon as I realized, it was just like, I was like, shouted to the nurse, like, look, there is a cockroach in here. There's a fucking cockroach in the shower. She comes over, goes into the shower, peers at the cockroach really closely, and she's like, oh yeah, so it is. Just use the shower down there. I'll get rid of it. And I'm like, that's not the point.
I hope to God that you said that that's not the point.
That is literally what I said. I was just like, that isn't the point. The point is there's a cockroach here, and she's just like, it'll be fine. I'm like,
it'll be fine. Just shower with it, whatever.
Yeah, neat. Like, fucking hell. Like that is pretty bad. And Maya disappeared as soon as I said.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't want to hear this anymore.
Oh god, that was awful. Like the whole experience in the hospital is fucking weird, especially with Paula and a loving dilating, like, which is just the most awkward fucking thing. Because like I remember, like my parents came down to London to see me whilst I was in hospital, and I remember one day, like they were late coming to the hospital, and then they just came in, and then straight away a nurse just came over and is like, right, you have to dilate now. And I'm like, my mom and dad had literally just arrived, and it's just like, you either do it now or never. And I'm like,
that is disorienting.
Okay.
This isn't like in a mirror image. I'm used to photo booth. It's like, okay.
Aw.
I switched to photo booth really quickly.
I
have it open like in another window. So.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, so you dropped out just to check yourself out?
No, my internet quit.
Oh, right.
We're not.
I'm sorry, you just looked so adorable when you said that.
Thing left. I live in the middle of nowhere, so
where do you live?
I have
like obviously
Wi-Fi hotspot, and that's my internet.
Like obviously you don't have to say exactly where you live, but where do you live?
Rural place.
Rural USA.
Oh God. No. Can you still see me?
I can still see you, yeah.
Can you still see
your
me?
sound is starting?
Oh yes, it's coming back. It's coming back.
I'm just.
There we go.
Oh,
Like the loading thing for all of your like faces. Or
oh dear.
I've just noticed in the chat there are people that are talking about Christian, and I don't know why. Like there's like, are either of you aware of Christian?
I'm not.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
yeah, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me, Maya? Like it's literally just like a frozen image of it.
Oh, I
Guys
can hear you
are
now. I
huge.
just. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
This is almost as chaotic as my social life.
Is it working?
Oh my god! Like
Just
like
ignore
can you-
me if it cuts out. Just don't.
like, you're trying. You're making the effort. That's what matters.
It's not usually this bad. I don't know why it's this bad.
No, I think we can all appreciate you. You're trying. You're trying. But yeah, there's for some reason, like I don't know why, there is a lot of conversation about Christian. So London, I don't like so because there's a lot of this chat in the chat. Right, okay. Like does anyone want me to introduce London to Christian? Like, if you want me to, then say so in the chat, and we'll explain the wonders of Christine Weston Chandler, because Christine is a woman. Remember? Okay, so everyone is saying yes.
I love this.
Okay. So in that case,
Don't let them.
Yes, I know. Screen application window, Chrome tab. Okay, here we go. Right.
Weird.
Okay, so this is Christian. So Christian is a 37-year-old autistic lesbian trans woman, former virgin with rage, and creator of the infamous Sonichu. Basically, this wonderful specimen of a human being here is now trans.
What
and yeah, so just to kind of quickly, so basically I am doing a video on Christian as part of my Pillars of the Community series, because it is basically what inspired me to do the series in the first place. He is. So how do I put this? So basically, Christian became famous because people on the internet kind of discovered him. They started trolling him, and his reactions to everything were just incredible. Like, people would pretend to be women. They'd get him to have sex with various objects. He would film it, send it to them, they'd put it on the internet, and that would go on for years. And randomly, he came out as being a trans woman, and let me show you his transition, because that's probably relevant to what we're talking about. I might have it on here. Yeah, so hold on, let me try and find his.
Is it like a he or?
No,
Well, you tell me. You tell me.
I think you've been misgendering, you transphobe. But you know the thing is,
Lord,
I saw in the chat asking if I had circle lenses in. They were asking about my eyes. Yeah. And I do, and that's really good because they do cause blindness if you wear them enough. But I don't think it'll come in time.
Wait, so what? Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I said I don't think my circle lenses are going to make me blind quickly enough.
Wait, you have circle lenses?
I'm still on this fucking beast in front of me.
Yes, that's my point. I'm not gonna. I wish I was blind now, and I'm not.
Oh God, right? Okay, so here are the methods that Christine has used in transitioning. So, okay, growing out hair, changing clothes, shaving eyebrows, using menstrual pads, so kind of like Jessica Yaniv, piercing his taint and letting it get inflamed. requesting
No.
requesting his fans send him a prosthetic vagina. He wore a vibrating bra because he thought somehow that would stimulate breast growth. Taking estrogel without physician approval. Subliminal frequency hypnosis. Breast massaging. cutting open his taint with a knife. Hormone vitamins. Actually taking hormones, so that's like the one sensible thing he did. Oh, and then eats prunes and puts soy sauce on everything.
What the fuck?
So London, of all of those methods, which ones did you use when you transitioned?
Well, the piercing sounds.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna do it.
Well, the prunes definitely.
Did you not pierce your taint and allow it to get infected?
Oh, funny enough, the menstrual pads, that is actually a thing that
Wait,
I need to do because of my surgery.
Oh,
So,
that's okay. Yeah, but that's different. That's not just stuffing it down there and being like, "Yeah, I'm a woman."
Yeah, I know.
Like there is a
but technically, everybody's saying Yaniv. Everybody's saying Yaniv wears pads, and that's like no trans woman needs pads, and I'm like, bitch. I wish I did not need. That
is actually a really good point. That's you know what that's something I completely forgot about. Like because it's been so long. But yeah, that is actually a thing. Like after, but it makes sense after you have your surgery. We're not going into too much detail. After you've had your surgery, it makes sense to use pads down there. That's all I'm gonna say.
I really am fucked up after this. Like, there's something. There's. Oh my god! All the stars aligned to make this person.
Like just to like, Yaniv. It's like a proto Jonathan Yaniv.
At least Jessica though. At least he seemed to have some type of issue with having like some prominent 5 o'clock shadow that this person doesn't have.
You have to be fucking me in the ass. What the hell? He looks like a Walmart fucking decorative drawer.
Oh my god, I just love it.
I hate alcohol, but I wish this was alcoholic. Ooh.
But the thing is, like, that you would mock a picture like that, but how many early transitioners actually do look like that?
I'm gonna hang that on the back of my wall.
Fun fact, I was so like insecure that I didn't actually bother trying to wear women's clothes until I already passed.
Oh, really?
Or at least until I kind of passed-ish.
That's actually quite impressive, in a way. Like, I mean, my transition. I mean, this is the thing. I think the vast majority, at least back in my day, right? When you transitioned, your first year or 2 years were always awkward as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really fucking awkward. Like,
by the way, Marcus made fun of this.
What is that?
Very mean. It's a straw. I actually quoted him.
You carry around
a
straw with you.
Save the turtles.
It's nice. It's. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm doing a video on this guy. Like he is absolutely, so he's got he does this comic book called Sonichu. Like he's made an original character which is Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu merged into one thing. And like, put it this way, at the moment, he now genuinely believes that he is married to Mewtwo, the Pokemon. and 4 other imaginary characters that he has made up himself. Like he is convinced that this world is merging into his world that he made for Sonichu. Like he's genuinely insane. Like part of it is really, really funny.
It's also sad though. But he sounds about as stable as this freaking Mexi-Cola that keeps just randomly fizzing up and being a bully.
Like, yeah, he's incredibly interesting. Like, actually, kind of looking into him because he, there's a lot of kind of factors that led into him being the way that he is, but also like he is a massive racist and homophobe and stuff, and so it's quite hard to kind of have a lot of sympathy for him.
Person because, like, does this look like somebody who really needs to be in the public eye? But at the same time, wait, are they attracted to men or women? Because I'm guessing women. So if they're a homophobe, does that?
Well, this is one of the things.
They're
like a lot
claiming that they are a woman.
So one of the big things with Chris is he started off by doing something called the Love Quest, where he looked for a boyfriend-free girl, and he would carry around a sign, basically saying that he was looking for a girl that was white, 18 to 21, earned a lot of money, didn't have autism, wasn't overweight. Basically, he was looking for a woman who was everything that he wasn't. Like he's been, and this love quest is how a lot of people trolled him. Like they would pretend to be girls that were interested in him, and he would like instantly fall in love with them because he's incredibly naive. And cool. It's really weird. Like Chris Chan is genuinely one of the most fascinating people on the internet, and Maya has just disappeared. But yeah, he's a really fascinating person. Like there's a lot of stuff out there, like. On this guy, there she is. But like, I actually recommend people looking into him. Like, it is interesting.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I mean, shit, that's something. Like that's shit. And I like. There's of course this empathetic side of me that's like, of course, you know what the hell. That I feel bad. But oh my gosh, that's just not what regular people do.
And they need a lot of help.
Yeah. It's very true.
Yeah. No, like it's the difficulty is that people have tried to get him help. Like people have genuinely tried. But for many reasons, it's never really kind of got through to him. And so it's quite difficult for him to people to kind of help at this point.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit.
But yeah, he's definitely worth looking into. Like you start off by feeling really sorry for him, and then when you look into him, he's actually not a particularly nice person. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you guys to him.
Thank you.
Well, thanks.
So I just got €5 from the Leviathan. Dankula interviewed Chris Chan a while back. Also, the Chris Chan 101 documentary series is great too. I'm not sure about the Chris Chan 101. There is a guy called Gino Samuel who's done a really good documentary series on him, which is really, really worth watching.
Why is it worth? Why is anything to do with this person?
It's fascinating. It's one of those, like, have you ever seen those videos online of people popping pimples and stuff?
Yes.
It's basically like that. Like, you know it's wrong. You can't look away.
That's a way to put it. No. Oh my gosh, y'all, I have to go because I have to finish packing.
That's fine. In that case, we can.
Oh,
packing, you probably.
Did I miss this? Oh,
you moving? She's moving house.
I'm not very smart.
No, okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, like we actually went massively off topic from the things I really wanted to talk about in this stream.
No, you're fine. It was like it's an honor streaming with both of you, honestly. Like
no, honestly, that stream that we did the other week together, it was so much fun.
It was so iconic.
That was awesome.
Just like congratulations on like your 10K. That's so fucking awesome. I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Thank you. No, that actually really means a lot to me. So I've watched this is the thing. Like, it's like in the past month, like I've started actually meeting like other trans YouTubers that people have been watching for a while, and
it's 20K.
Like, well, yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be at 20K by the end of the year. I mean, I'm currently at 17K, which is ridiculous. Like, my target for the end of the year was 5. Wow. It's like I never expected any of this to kind of blow up at all. The fact that I've been able to get some of the success is weird. It's genuinely weird. But like, I hope that I could maybe make something of this.
You definitely could. It's gonna be amazing.
I want to get you on like more streams. To be honest, like you're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. In that case, I think this will be a. Let me just add Maya back in. Okay, so this will no, it's fine. This will be a good time to kind of wrap up anyway. Like, I know we went a lot off topic, so we will probably do another stream where we try and stay on topic.
Yeah.
Like one stream that I'm going to do in the future. Like, okay, I'm not an alcoholic. Before I say this,
I can stream with you again.
Oh no, absolutely. No, of course you can. Both of you are welcome. Like, what I really want to do is I want to get a stream with like a load of like trans YouTubers, and then Dankula.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Like that is what I'm working towards. That's kind of like the big Avengers crossover, but traps and dank. Like, that is everything I'm working towards. So yeah, like one thing I want to do is I want to do more streams. I keep on saying I want to do more streams. I am doing another stream with Blair at some time this month. Not exactly sure when. All I know is that we are going to do one. So watch out for that, I suppose. And I'm going to start trying to work on a big like TrAvengers, whatever, crossover with everyone in Dankula. I'm going to try and make that happen by the end of the year. Anyway, so thank you to London for coming on my channel.
Of course.
And thank you to Maya. I know you've had a lot of connection problems this evening, but it's been lovely having you on and to see your face.
Sorry about.
No, it's fine. Like I've had so many connection problems. Like where I am now, my internet's fine. But in my old flat, it would constantly, by the time it got to about 11 at night, it would just die out, which is insane. So Trans Stupid is going to be coming out same time tomorrow as always. I had a shit ton of drama editing that and filming it.
At least that's predictable. With mine, it's like,
okay, I have to go.
That's fine. Anyway, let's wrap up now. So thank you all for coming on. Watch out for Trans Stupid tomorrow, and also the Chris Chan Pillars of the Community will be out at some time in September. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for everyone who sent in super chats. I really appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you all next time.
bye.
Okay.